So apparently, this game is a horror game.
Well, I'm a man-child.
I didn't know.
And I sometimes get disturbed by people. I'm gonna punch them in the face.
Okay, so quick little story. I've been purposefully like avoiding videos of Doki Doki Literature Club because I thought it was just gonna be like one of those like dumb Hoonie Pop like games. But Dante and I saw a best of recently where I think it was this girl, or maybe it was that one. I don't remember. But one of them like broke their necks and just like ran at the guy. So and also a guy on the D Club, Kevin, was like, "Oh, you should play this game. It's actually a horror game." And I'm like, "Oh, well, how much is it? It's free." So we got it, and now we're gonna play it.
Fucking horror game.
Apparently. What's my name?
My dude.
My dude.
You're going for the Zelda route where everyone sounds cool.
Hey! Oh, you voice whoever that is now, okay? But you have to use your like your oh sir granny footface. Hey! Okay, that's really too screechy. No. This is a narration thing, okay? I see an annoying girl running toward me from distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you have known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting to get bored of this stupid narration. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel like I would rather be dying right now. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the fucking walls of text I'm being stuck with. Do the other one! You have to do both highs.
I did.
What?
Alright.
I almost slept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided
Wait, I'm a dude. I'm gonna be my dude, alright. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Ew, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, my dude.
The name is already paid off. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. Well, you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. Oh, whatever you say, Sayori. I forgot which voice I was doing right there, so I almost went into the narrator voice. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
Dude are both two different people.
They might be, I don't fucking know.
You know what, fuck it, just voice him as Adam West.
By the way, my dude, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club?
You know, you hit people with it. I suggest the spiky one. Really good for killing those pesky hamsters. Just make sure to visit wapdemon.com.
I told you already. Go ahead.
Oh, I haven't been looking either. I can't do Adam West.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I?
I'm sure it's possible that I did.
Oh wait, no.
I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori, I keep saying it wrong. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you don't learn how to socialize or have any skills before commandment!
So this is a high school.
And apparently she's turning into Miss Fowl.
Your happiness is really important to me, you know.
Really important to me.
And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NIT in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you, senpai. I mean, my dude.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Well, fuck you too.
No promises.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
No!
No, I guess I won't promise you that. Just making Patrick Warburton.
Give me a bit.
Why do I let myself get lectured by
I'm trying
such
to do
a...
vibrato, but I can't do it at such high pitch.
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'll be surprised if I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to slap her in the boobies.
That's so terrible.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it.
I'm Lemony Snicket.
My name is Lemony Snicket, and after I pack up my things, I masturbate furiously in the janitor's closet. I stare blankly at the wall, masturbating furiously in the janitor's closet. Looking for an ounce of motivation to masturbate. Clubs. Sayori wants me to masturbate wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to masturbate furiously in the janitor's closet.
I mean, start the anime club. I mean, they're both the same thing.
They're the same thing. The anime club is just everybody masturbating
in the
furiously
children's closet.
with like pictures of fucking lust from Full Metal Alchemist and shit. Just Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was masturbating furiously in the janitor's closet. I look around and realize that I'm not in the janitor's closet.
This sounds like the premise for like an episode of like the fucking ass backwards antics of Fillmore. That's this show I'm trying to devise in case people on YouTube don't know. Of course you don't, but
In case people on YouTube want to see a guy furiously masturbate in the janitor's
basically an anime about an Italian detective.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in.
You could come in me anytime.
Oh,
wait.
no. What the fuck, Bill? People are disturbed enough as is.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need a little encouragement.
No, it's just like...
And
Well, I
she
thought
just
you
like
might need-
starts like unbunbuttoning her shirt and just
No,
like
no,
takes
no,
off
no.
her vest.
Well, I thought you might need a little,
Wait. Alright. Do it real nice into the microphone. Like zip it back up and then just like say...
Well, I thought you might need some...
Encouragement.
judgment.
So I thought,
No what?
Well, nothing at all. You're fucking stupid.
Sayori, don't be such a shithead.
Yeah.
There is no way I am going to your stupid little club. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club to masturbate furiously in some janitor's closet.
Puts up my shirt and then he just fucking denies me? What is he, gay?
Come on, please! You don't want to come and masturbate in our janitor's closet! Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I was kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring a new member, so I kind of have to put the shock collar on you and force you to come with me, not so you can make cupcakes and everything. So, can I draw your blood a little and it's kind of like so we can, you know, have that DNA sample or something like that?
No, you can't have my blood, Sayori. Don't make promises you can't keep.
How about I give you this bottle of wine?
It just slaps
She
it over.
just fucking drags you in.
just starts like fucking evil
Alright,
laugh.
we're here!
You just look up and her face is a fucking clown mask and she's just like, oh, yeah.
I'm gonna come
Oh shit, what just happened? Oh, okay, apparently right clicking just makes that happen. So I can just I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, since I'm done masturbating in the janitor's closet furiously, I'll stop by for a cupcake.
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. And god damn, it was delicious. I prayed, my dude. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
What up, bitches? Meet your new member! Oh, he's such a hunk!
Everyone, the new member is here, and he's here to rock your fucking socks off! I told you.
And he's American, so he's got a big dick.
That's the stereotype Americans are known for. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room.
Welcome to the... Oh, you want to do this?
Oh, okay. Welcome to the literature.
Just do like a...
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about whoever you are.
Seriously?
Wait, no. Seriously? You brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere.
My dude, what a nice surprise.
Ah, my dude. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Whoa.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
Cupcakes.
Cupcake.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, but everybody in the classroom is staring at her.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that.
I'd rather be retarded.
I'd rather be retarded. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
Does anyone else kind of think this reminds me of does this remind anyone else of
Honey Pop?
No, I mean that moment where it's like, she's the smartest girl in class. Don't say things like that. It's kind of like,
Hey Richie, who brought you that candle?
that's a very mean thing to say.
Okay.
Remember from fucking...
Rhapsody Street Kids.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right?
Which one's Monica? That's right. Oh, that's right. Duh, it's her. Kevin explained that to me before. It's great to see you again, my dude. Monica smiles sweetly, shaking her ass at the.
I'm twerking the table.
I'm twerking this table. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, shaking her ass in the wind. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, what's the word? Boner-like. Erotic.
What?
Erotic!
Erotic.
Yeah, you too, Monica. Fucking animation, jeez. You too, Monica.
How's it doing? We made room for you at the table so you could sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks,
my God, why the fuck would you bring
desks
this boy
arranged
here?
to form a table.
You're a terrible person.
As Sayori mentioned, it's
Oh,
been
I'm
widened so
sorry.
that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori.
Couldn't even afford them.
Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki wraps a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet.
All we care is that his brains taste.
Dude, they opened the closet. It's time to masturbate furiously. Feeling a little awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. My dude begins to notice. My dude begins to realize that he's made literally no choices in it.
Oh!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. And a real cat's tail. They just sliced the bitch.
Why?
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. It's definitely not poison or anything.
No cyanide at all.
Sayori grabs one
Baked with
first.
love.
Ah!
It's baked with love. And
Sayori
also
talks
cyanide.
with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. It's nowhere though. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. And I just say fucking and jam the whole thing in my mouth. You guys are great! Great! I spew chunks all over the floor. And Natsuki, who's quiet, clearly mesmerized by the...
God, now he's spewing chunks.
I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction.
Oh yes, having a boy was a perfect idea.
Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I
Nothing
finally
really
bite
there.
down, suffocating. It's cyanide, I scream. I yell for help, but no one comes, for I am sequestered, all alone, pants down, in the janitor's closet. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. This is really good! Give me more! Thank you, Natsuki!
Why are you thanking me? It's not like
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you did. Sayori said that this shit was for all of us.
Well, maybe. But not for you know, you, dummy.
Okay.
To poison my friends.
Does anybody else find it weird that her head is like that shape? It's like oval and like way stuck out there. Alright. I get it. You're a dick. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, burping in my direction. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. I think I read the last one wrong. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy your good book? I guess.
I thought you were voicing the narrator and
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
he's trying to impress you.
Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant to, you know. I believe ya. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm so glad. I tell you what, you really saved my bacon. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief, clearly fantasizing about masturbating furiously in the janitor's closet. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so ... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. Your boobs are huge.
No, thank you.
How come you decided to start your own club?
Because I have the
You could
biggest
probably
boobies.
be... Because I was tired of masturbating furiously in the janitor's closet. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Were you a leader of the debate club last year?
Yes, and then they voted for Trump.
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs.
Especially when rednecks all vote for fucking Trump of all people.
Of course they do. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to shake their ass in the wind, then I'm fucking that dream.
Monica really is a great leader!
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. What are you doing?
I'm just bouncing a little. Fuck off.
It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in masturbating in the janitor's closet, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your dog, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls. All different sizes.
All different sizes.
Monica
Sorry,
must
I was
have
looking
worked
at their
really
pants
hard
ears.
to just find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm of literature. I mean, the one girl literally shakes her ass in the wind. So, Mark, dude, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Hentai! Dude, it's an anime game. We had to.
Well, personally, I've always been a big fan of, what's that, very cultural, Japanese, like, cartoon animation. Oh, it's called a manga. No, it's a hentai. Considering how
literally means pervert, you idiot.
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps. I'm much of a reader, I guess. What kind of fucking phony are you?
I was going to read Catcher in the Rye, but then you might try and kill Trump.
Well, that can change. I mean, if you shake your ass as much as the other girl does. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. That's a sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Yugi?
What about you, Yu-Gi-Oh?
What about you, Yugi?
Let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
I'll summon.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex card games.
I'll
The
summon
level of
Dark Magician.
the level of
As
creativity
the
and
heart of my
craftsmanship
cards,
behind
and
them
the
is
love of my
amazing
life.
to me.
Wait, what?
Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. I quit halfway through to go into the janitor's closet for, unknown things. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of books. Books! I meant things! Didn't I say books? Stories with deep psychological messages as well. There's a Anyway, I've been reading. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at the middle level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
Like that one, Mr. Wolf. But if the flesh of flesh are taken lower wall, then we burn the farm. So we'll have lovers of a brief with them.
I hate horror.
What?
Well, it triggers me.
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind, I'll get to myself.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! I'll carve your face off if you don't give it back!
Fine, fine.
Your cupcakes are poems! Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Piss off!
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Starts masturbating furious.
Take them off or I'll break them off!
Natsuki, you write your own poems, do ya?
Well, I guess sometimes. Fuck. What do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No! I only share them.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
With
It's
my
not obvious at all if she likes me or not.
I only share those poems with my senpai. My
Ah,
pillow.
not a very confident writer yet.
It's just a body pillow.
Must understand is what is law. Sharing the ravage of common and comfort. The truest form of rock. You must be willing to open up.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
Here, you can have my poem. I just wrote it now. It's called A Day in the Janitor's Closet. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Let's shake our ass in the wind a few more times. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica, mesmerized by her hips that definitely do not lie. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is 11. I meant even. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, my dude? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. What's you guys' cup sizes? I never said I would join this club.
You fucking eat my cupcakes and you're not gonna what?
Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But we'll show you our boobs if you join.
You flirt on me, you steal my cupcakes,
I'm sorry,
you pick on me
I
for
saw.
being cute, and I'm going to fucking slaughter you in your sleep if you don't fucking join this club. I'm not gonna let you walk away alive.
you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. The way she shakes her ass in the wind. The way she just kind of... etc. The way she's so cute. And the way that I've known her since
Don't
childhood.
you dare call me cute again!
How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when they're all so fucking stupid? That is,
What?
writing poems is the price I
Did
need
you
to
call
pay in
me
order to spend
stupid?
every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. What's your cup sizes and I'll join? I'll join the literature club.
I'm a D!
One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
I'm a cup!
Wow! Wow.
Yeah! Hey, you better choose to get into your presents!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really...
You really You really saved my bacon.
If you really just came up with the cupcakes, I would have just fucking carved your face off and made you eat it.
Then that makes it official. I'm twerking it on...
I have your parents in that
That's
janitor's
sucky.
closet where you've been masturbating and you didn't even notice.
Welcome to the literature club.
I'm cute.
Go
Thanks,
ahead,
I guess.
eat my hair.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more.
Dude.
But dude, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? The answer is no. And thus started one in many of a very large series of unfortunate events. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me.
Or maybe it's a poison from Sayori. The poison
Sayori designed specifically to kill me.
By
Sayori's
Sayori.
poison.
Sayori's poison.
That poison. Meanwhile,
Yes, that
the girls
poison.
continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean each other's buttholes. Hey, my dude,
Hey,
since we're...
Dad, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
No thanks. I mean, sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the two girls. The four girls. Sayori, Natsuki,
Good account.
Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? I mean, I can barely read a frickin' Game Informer. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to each of these girls.
Bless my dude. Your brains
All
are
right.
so soft and chewy.
I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune would find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. And thus begins the very long enchantment of an entrailed series of unfortunate events.
Skipping.
Effulgent, despise, smile, eternity, imagination,
Agonizing. Fuck.
tears,
Bill,
Melancholy.
melancholy,
Bill, wait.
Tragedy.
tragedy, and then milk, calm, climax,
Incapable.
incapable, disown,
Vertigo.
vertigo,
Games.
games, analysis, broken, intellectual explode. What the fuck did we just do? Hi again, my dude. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. If so, I'd have had to kill you.
And eat your brains.
My dude's just like, no, get me out of here. And she's like, kid, if you don't get back here, I swear to God, I'm gonna hack you a new one. Nah,
Oh.
nah, don't worry. This
Sorry
might
for
be a
your
little
feelings.
strange for me, but at least I keep my mother.
Oh god.
Well, I'm back at the literature
Remember,
club.
I have your parents
I was
tied
the
up
last
in-
to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out with their wanks out.
Thanks for coming, Father. I hope this was a two episode. Making you down for Father.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who likes to talk shit. Natsuki finds himself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I really like the way that girl's boobs jiggle.
My dude always gets it as fast as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even being asked. Like cooking, cleaning my room, or taking off my panties.
Boof!
Sayuri, that's just because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire twice, 3 times, 4...
Is that so?
There you go. The hero.
I'll copy you and my dude can become good friends too.
Sayuri. As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, you're here. I brought you something today, you know.
Oh, me?
Don't be shy.
What is it?
It's a dildo.
It's a used dildo!
Sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess it means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting any dildos in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant one. It'll make me happy no matter what. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
It's like it's trying to be like the British version of like mountain rednecks.
You know, there are big sexticles in the janitor's closet.
Yeah, man, I guess it open all the other foot in his ass. Call me.
This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitively read this. I emphatically take out the boob. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some shoes scheduled at activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second.
Can you fuck sex with me?
But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I know I'm an asshole. I'll just leave.
No, but I want to see you, your asshole.
I was just spacing out.
Character anyways.
Here I picture these flowers. I figured I should show them how pretty you are. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
If I was so focused that I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book?
This one's the Book of the Damned, man. Yeah.
One of them has Necronomicon secretly slipped into it.
Ruff! That's not what I meant! I mean, Book of Life!
Yes, it's a Mexican tradition.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Let it go.
Bang Stickles with Sayori instead.
Let it go. Let it go. We'll bang each other's sexticles in the janitor's closet.
Or Monaco will eat my head.
Once it...
What's supposed to pick up you have to...
Is that so? What's it about anyway? Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Monkey Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright, you got me. It's about Phil Cipher and the Illuminati. I just wanted to make sure I don't go...
It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, but don't worry. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
Dude, I'm already murdering my crew. You don't have to murder yours, too. She did not turn into a head crab, Billy. She's still genital crabs. Can't you talk for real?
Alright, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. She started out British, then she became a warp stash, then she went into Farmer Man J, and now she's fucking head crabs.
Well, she was head crab.
I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange.
now she's a Cyberman.
That's, I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is pretend I give a shit. It's a literature... It's a literature club, after all. Who gives a shit about literature?
Oh god.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Or so you
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking
I'm saying for
forward
you
to
to go
it.
fuck yourself.
No.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
No, we have a race policy. You have
Yeah.
to sit way in the back.
She's like, yeah.
Oh god.
She's like super into me sitting next to her. She's like, yeah, sitting next to the cool kid. Are you sure?
Sorry, no.
You
I
seem
didn't
a
want
little
beer.
apprehensive.
Back seat. Same as the bus rules. Seriously, it's fucking terrible. It's crazy.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. I open a book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little bit of a bad thing, but the feeling is somewhat a bad thing. Yuri is in the corner of my bad thing.
Yuri is a bad thing.
I realize that she's not actually a bad thing. I glance over at the bad thing. It looks like she's reading from my bad thing. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you, you bad thing?
Sorry. I mean,
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is the bad thing, so instead I use my right hand to hold the bad thing.
Oh, stop it.
I guess that kind of makes it difficult to turn the bad thing. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the bad thing between her thumb and her bad thing. I do the same with my bad thing. That way, I turn a bad thing, and Yuri slides it under her bad thing after it flips to her bad thing. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's just breathing in your fucking eyeballs. She just leans over, she's...
Your breath smells like cheese and tuna fish.
Your farts smell like eggs. What did you eat this morning?
eggs, good sir.
Eggs Woodhouse.
Eggs would... To turn the page.
Fuck! I just flipped the entire microphone over. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted pretending to be you for a second there. Am I alright?
Well, of course I'm all right.
Stop it.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's the bad thing. The bad thing is just like a horror plot, like a monster or some shit.
Well,
It's like,
apparently this is a horror
I'm
game.
beginning to suspect that she's the bad thing. I lean in real close to her with my stake ready to die. Stab her in the lungs. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her eyelids, jabbing her in the eyeball. Hey Yuri, how come you're dead in your right eye? The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll... It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. The way your eyes flutter over to the right, the way you say sorry all the time, and the way that you masturbate furiously in the janitor's closet.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But my dude, Mr. Fuckface, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad thing or anything. Or anyway, sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. The way that your eyes flutter over, the way that you apologize all the time, and the way that you masturbate furiously in the closet.
What are you saying all of a sudden? I...
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
Nothing.
We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
I'm not. I'm a cyborg photographer.
I am not staring at you.
That's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
Dramatic reveal next time on Two
Guess I don't
Bros.
have much of a preference either way.
We gotta end the episode soon, anyways.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun thinking of you.
While I masturbate ferociously in the closet.
It's not a janitor's closet, but it'll... just starts like rubbing her legs. It'll do. You know, wait, just like grabs a piece of paper out from his like coat or whatever, and he's like, you know, the most romantic part I find about a woman is the boobies. All right.
The entire time.
I
he just
stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Alright, I think we're gonna just save this and wait till next time on Two Brothers
wait for a
Play.
dramatic reveal
That was
or
too
something.
long. It might be the dramatic reveal, but anyway, next time on whoop.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem
The
last night?
answer will be revealed next
time on Two
Dragon Ball.
Brothers
Dragon-
Play.
Two Brothers Play.
The result will be revealed next time on Two
Dragon Ball. Two
Brothers
Brothers
Play on Dragon Ball Z.